Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another retro recap. Today's game I'm really excited about is Pitfall. This was one of the top selling games of all time for the Atari 2600. The only ones that beat it out were Donkey Kong, Pac Man, and Space Invaders, which were all arcade ports. This was the first one that was an original concept for the Atari 2600 that is top selling. So, sold about 4 million copies back in the day. So this one's a lot of fun. I remember it when I first got it. I was absolutely amazed by the graphics and the gameplay. I always thought that the boards just looped, but we'll get to that in a second. They actually don't. So let's just go into a little bit of info about the game, and then I will get into the retro achievements for it, and then I will discuss some of the retro achievements that pose to be a little bit of a problem for me, and I will show you how to do those a little bit easier. And then I will show some gameplay of my two runs, specifically my last run, which is the last achievement for getting all of the treasures. So just a little info on the game in case you don't know about it. It was developed back in '82 by Activision, and it was made by David Crane. That he developed a character from basically a single image in his mind of a character running through a jungle. So the character is controlled by, you're controlling Pitfall Harry, a treasure hunter navigating a jungle filled with obstacles, traps, and enemies. And the goal here is to collect 32 treasures within a 20-minute time limit while avoiding quicksand, rolling logs, scorpions, and crocodiles. So I didn't even know back when I was younger that this game had an ending to it. I just always assumed that you would just had 20 minutes. You just had to run around as many boards as you could and collect as many treasures as possible to try to get a high score. Never knew there was an ending to it. So thanks to retro achievements and trying to go for the mastery, I discovered that there's an ending for it, and I immediately wanted to get the mastery for it and to play the entire game through just so I could do that. So speaking of the achievements are, you have 28 achievements total. The ratio is a 4.64 at the time of recording. That could go up or down, but none of these achievements are too bad. They're all fairly straightforward. This game is actually not really that hard. I think the hardest part about this game is having the endurance and the mental fortitude to not get bored in the middle of the game and then lose concentration. It seemed like whenever I died or something happened in this game, it was just because I got distracted or would just get bored of running the same boards over and over again. So this game has 255 unique boards to it, and there is patterns that you can use to get through the game quicker and easier for certain things. So most of the achievements, you're going to be getting the gold bars, the bags. You're going to be going in a certain direction, either on the ground or below the ground. There's some where you have to swing on a certain number of vines going in one direction or another. Pretty straightforward stuff. There's nothing too complex there. All those you can easily get. The only two achievements that I had problems with were the Spelunker one, which is to go right for a certain set number of screens, and then also Indiana Jones, which is actually beating the game. I purposely wanted to save that one till the very end for myself. So I got all the other achievements first, like going 128 screens one way, 128 the other way. Fairly easy there. Just go ahead and set your controller up by turning off your left or your right directional pad. So that way you can only go left or right. And that will really help you get those two achievements. And it's pretty easy. Nothing hard there. It's more time consuming than anything because each of those will take you roughly about 10 to 15 minutes each. So I'm going to show right here is the Spelunker going right east is one of the achievements that I had trouble with. So right here, if you want to take a screenshot of this, everything highlighted in yellow is where you're going to go down. You're going to go to the right and you're going to go down and back up in those sections there. Found this to be the quickest route for that achievement. I kind of went through and made sure this guide was up so I know some people on Retro Achievements were having trouble with this achievement, or that they would have to they would take what the map says as the open sections, and you really have to get to almost like 225 screen, and that's kind of getting hard because the timer's starting to run low, or you could die by that point. So this is the fastest and most efficient route I found, and I just wanted to highlight that for you and kind of give that to you in case you wanted it. So you can take a screenshot of this and use that as a reference. I will also be putting this entire map link down in the description. This map is just a lifesaver for this game, so you can get these achievements. I don't see how anybody, when they were younger, could figure this out and get all the treasures within the allotted time without this map. Or if they made their own maps, that's good for them. But I would have never spent the time making this map back in the day. So I'm just going to show a little bit of gameplay here. The way it works is your Pitfall Harry, jumping around. You're going to jump over everything with just the A button. Left and right are your friend. If you jump or when you run, you are running at the same speed. So you can jump as much as you want. There's crocodiles that you go over. There's vines. There's snakes. If you fall down a underground section like this, you can go back up. But if you're right next to it, you can press down and go down a ladder, and it won't lose any points. So just keep that in mind if you're going for a high score. Basically, you're just going to go left or right the whole way. There's multiple paths you can take. You can be blocked by the walls here going left and right. So if you take an underground passage, that's why you have to take specific underground passages that are open and allow you to go underneath. When you go underground, you are going 3 entire above ground screens every time you do one screen underground. So it's a lot quicker to go underground when you're going for any of the achievements, and you get to all the gold bars and all the treasures as fast as you can. You know, the crocodiles, you can land on their eyes like this and they will open and close for the most part. So that is a thing. So you can sit on that and get an achievement for that also. But that's basically the whole game, is just going over boards like this over and over again. If you hit the logs, you're going to lose points. You're not going to lose death, which is kind of nice. You got killed on those logs, it'd be super annoying, but you only lose points on those. Tar pits and quicksand will spawn. For the crocodiles, I found if you obviously wait for them to close, and you can usually make it across with 3 quick jumps on those. That's about it. I mean, nothing too hard here. The hardest part is the endurance of keeping it going for as long as you can. So again, the Pitfall map, you're going to use that and use that in the description. If you go to, for the last achievement on Indiana Jones, you're going to want to go to wave 12 all the way right, and then go turn around and go underground and go left, and then basically go left the whole entire way back to wave 29 using the scorpions and double backing if you need to. I will put both those runs, my Spelunker East run and my Indiana Jones run, after this intro, so you can actually, if you want to watch the visual guide, I know some people like to watch that, and the gameplay, you can go ahead and. So a little bit of info or a little trivia knowledge on this game too, if you didn't know, Jack Black actually created or started his career doing the Pitfall commercial. He was about 13 years of age, and he started his acting career by doing this commercial. So definitely go check out that commercial if you want. And I'm going to throw up some gameplay now and my 2 final achievements. Hopefully that'll help you get your mastery done. If you have any questions about any of these achievements or anything, please leave a comment and I'll be happy to answer it for you. And I hope you have fun playing this awesome game. This game was really, really fun to play. I loved mastering it, and the set was really great. There was a couple redundant achievements for the Vanguard achievements. Just don't fall in a pit when you're going left or right, and you'll get both of those achievements at the same time. I didn't really feel like those were necessary. You could have made those into one achievement, but that was really the only thing I had problems with, or didn't have problems with, but it's just, I found it to just be redundant. But overall, this game is not too hard. 28 achievements, ratio is 4, but I think that's a little high. You should easily be able to do this if you have a little bit of patience and you want to run that last achievement, you might need to run that like 3 or 4 times. I think I had to run it like 3 or 4 times till I finally got within like a screen or two. Time is really, really tight on that last achievement. So just keep that in mind. You're going to want to get used to running these boards and try to minimize your time as much as possible. But as soon as you get it down, you'll see that it's not too bad. All right. I hope you enjoyed the guide, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.